Hi, good morning. This is my review for Melanie's story called The Blue Robe. First of all, when I read the story, I like the opening because it portrays a girl running into the forest. We're not quite exactly sure why she's running into the forest. Um, so that led to questions. Why? And then we've eventually found out that she had a row with her mother. And then I start to think, what row? Why was it really affecting her as such that she goes running into the forest? It reminded me of um, one of my favorite books called The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon by Stephen King, but that one's about a girl who gets lost in the forest. It's slightly different, but I like the setting. I like the setting very much because a girl in a forest it gets very scary. So we eventually found out why she had a row with her mother, but um, I need to say that the row itself I don't think is is strong enough to make someone go running into the forest, because I think it was more like a parent nagging her child. So I think it would be better if they had a much bigger row about something to make her run away from the house. So the pacing of the story is very good. This story reminded me of also the invasion, the invasion that we did in class, because there were some conflicts between the mother and the child. What a child's perspective was and what an adult's perspective was. I think that's really good. Also, when you mentioned that the child running into the forest, it brings me images of the stories that I read, the Enid Blyton stories that I read when I was a kid. So, I can imagine the cottage, the forest, the mythical beings, creatures in the forest. So that was very exciting for me. I know it is set in the UK because of the languages, the choice of words that you use, blokes, mates, and kings and knights. So I think that can only be said about things set in England, I think. Dramatic tensions, like I said, there's dramatic tensions between the Iris and Ivy, and then between them and the forest creatures, between them and the geologists. So there were a lot to be addressed in this story. So different bits here and there. Another thing that I'm a little bit uncertain of is her age. I'm not sure how old she was. In my head, she should be around 7 to 10 years old. But then I read the dialogue about her mother sort of nagging her, if she doesn't do her exam, she's gonna get into college, and you get into college in your late teens. So I think it would be good if you can establish a rough age for her, because I keep coming back and wondering, wait a minute, how old is she again? That kind of thing. I like the scenes between her and the loggers in the forest. That seemed quite sinister, and I thought it was gonna lead to somewhere unpleasant, but fortunately it did not. I like that this story also touches on the themes or real life problems on deforestation and things like that. But again, that also leads me to question who the target audience is for this story. Is it for young children, or is it a social commentary? It's good, but I think it needs to be explored a little bit more. The geologist part at the end, I think, was a little bit melodramatic, where he was explaining to the mother and the child that, you know, he abandoned all his beliefs for the money, all those things. I think that would make more sense if it was an internal dialogue where he speaks to himself instead of saying it out loud to someone he just met. Yeah, there are a lot of elements in this story which that I like. So it was a very pleasant read, and thank you for that.